Welcome to the Health Drive, and today we're chatting to Turkish, who is a football YouTube content creator. And what I've noticed is that the pressures on content creators in terms of their metabolism and health are quite considerable. It's a lot of daily work, daily pressure, daily content. So we're chatting with Turkish to see how we can perhaps make him a healthier content creator. Turkish, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So welcome to the Health Drive.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And again, you witnessed me do all my various cameras and things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you to do my YouTube soon.
Let's just hope it works. Let's just hope it works. Let's go. Let's just do a little tour of the village. It's lovely to see you. And
likewise, it's been a while.
You've been up in this neck of the woods doing some important Turkish business.
Yeah, business, not pleasure. But this part of it is the pleasure.
But that's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Because you're approaching a very, very busy part of the year for you. Mm-hmm. Football is crazy around holiday time.
Yeah.
But overall, what you felt is that we met about a year ago, didn't we? We just bumped into each other, and you're saying that since then you've been thinking a bit about your health and maybe a few things you'd like to adjust. Yeah. You're a busy man in terms of social media, YouTube content. It's a busy life, and I know a very stressful life. Not always appreciated how hard it is to wake up every day and create things. And have comment and views. And so this last year, what sort of things did you notice that maybe you wanted to adjust?
It's something that I've been noticing for a little longer than a year, but I've really taken notice in the last year because it's the reality that I've had 2 knee-ups and I'm also getting older. I can't play football anymore. I used to play twice a week, and now when I play once, even at 30 minutes, I'm feeling a bit of pain in the knee, and then that puts me off for a little while. And it's been a long time since I was a regular gym goer, very sporadic. So the reality has set in. I've put on weight, and I'm not going to lose that weight because I'm not playing football, because I'm not eating as good as I should be eating, because I'm not sleeping as well as I should be sleeping. So all these things combined, I don't have one thing I'm looking at to say I need to fix this in order to lose weight, or I need to fix this in order to sleep better. I feel like I just need to become a better me, just get control of my body again.
Yeah, I think it's a common issue when we go down a certain pattern of behaviour, which maybe you got away with in your late 20s.
100% I did, yeah.
And then you think, actually, this is not working quite the way it did. Mm-hmm. And the body's changing. It's not quite as energetic and aggressive in how it clears the system as it did when you were in your 20s. Yeah. So sleep is an issue. 100%. It seems that what we eat might be an issue. How we drink might be an issue. How we move. These are the key things, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you come to the clinic. We're going to do some blood work on you as well to get some baseline markers of health. This is how we find out how your body is clearing itself of sugar, of how it's moving fat around the body, and what levels of stress you might be under metabolically. Okay. So we're going to find out those things. They can be our baseline that we then go back and check against as those weeks and months go by. Now, there's no doubt if we're slightly heavier than we'd like to be, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Then intake is going to be crucial. What goes in? Mm-hmm. So where might we make some improvements in the intake, the timing, the amount? Any thoughts on where we could start to make a change?
I think a lot of it comes from the sleep pattern I have, or the lack of a sleep pattern. Reason being because I'm up late, and when I'm up late, early hours of the morning, 1, 2, I'm looking for a snack, and that snack 9 times out of 10 tends to be a sugary snack. At the best of times. So I think the sleep pattern plays a part. I'm not much of a breakfast person. I'll have a cup of tea in the morning, 1 sugar, and I won't eat till midday, 1 p.m.ish. So I'm a lunch person in terms of first meal of the day. But I need to get on top of what I'm eating, the calories within, the sugar intake, and everything else involved. I just eat, and like you said, in my 20s and maybe even early 30s before the knee-ups, I was getting away with it. But as I see the weight pile on, as my little son grows up, he's going to be 5 in January.
I want to be
moved with him, as active with him as my dad was with me. So that's very important to me. So I think regarding food, sleep pattern is integral to fixing my food pattern, I'd call it. And off the back of that, it's how much I want to become a better me. It's how I want to look into what I'm eating. It's how much I want to refrain from eating what I've been used to for the past 20-25 years without regret. So it's the mental side that I'm ready for, and that's why I'm here. And like you said, we met a long time ago now, but we've only settled into this plan now, and it's the best timing for me, and it feels like fate.
I hope you're enjoying our chat with Turkish, and we'll be back after this short message. Hi, Dr. Andre here. Well, thanks for watching The Health Drive, and check out our all-natural supplement range, Optimum Day and Night. Now, thousands of people in the UK, the USA and beyond have been using the Oxford Natural supplements to get better sleep, better energy and better overall well-being. Optimum Day, which I always use, is designed to boost energy, to curb cravings, and to keep your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night, well, that's different. That helps you to relax, to sleep deeply, and to restore while your body is recharging overnight. Now, they aren't magic pills. They are a science-based way to help you feel your best. We've had such great results. Check out Michael Owen, the England footballer, Robbie Lyle from AFTV, Linda, a PI lawyer, Anita, an immigration lawyer, and Owen from United View. All of them have found better control of their daily habits, better mood, energy, focus. And now it's your turn. So scan the QR code, click the link, and use the code word DRIVE for 70% off your first order. Oxford Natural. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Let's get to it. That's right, because it's approaching Christmas time, and people often want to make big changes in the new year. It's natural. I'd like people not to be quite so hard on themselves, and maybe not try to change too aggressively too quickly. Now, Christmas week is always crazy, and the second week after Christmas, you don't generally eat the same way as you did in Christmas week. You're not, everything's honey crusted, salted caramel coated. You're not going to do that for the first week after Christmas anyway. So you'll be having less calorie intake for sure. And I often say start on January 7th. Okay. Make your change then, because that's when you can really have overcome Christmas, and then you're actually in a sane state of mind to make some better changes long term. And I think from what you're saying, you're probably not staying full long enough. I mean, we can use the fact that you don't eat breakfast, we can use that to do what's called intermittent fasting, because it means if you don't eat from, say, 10 o'clock in the evening until 1 o'clock the next day, that's a long period of time with no calorie intake. And that's very good for control of insulin and blood sugar. So we can use that. But what we eat, like the first meal, is probably quite important. Is it going to keep us full long enough? And as you say, your sleep is crucial. And when you're asleep, you don't eat. And if you're going to bed earlier, generally you won't need this late night snack. So I definitely start you on the Optimum Night range, as well as the day, because what that will do, it will help control sugar all day and all night with the berberine and ashwagandha. It will create some better sleep pressure with magnesium to relax your muscles and ashwagandha to stop sugar getting to your brain. This will help you switch off better. So I think you not being up at 11 or 12 or 1 making bad choices, because no one makes a good choice after midnight. No one in the world decides to eat pulses and lean things at midnight, because decision making is poor at that time. So yes, I think for you a better sleep pattern would be crucial. Are there things in the day that you do that make it harder to sleep, like caffeine intake?
Yes. Firstly, I drink a lot of tea. I might have 5-6 months of tea in a day.
With sugar?
One sugar.
One sugar, okay.
So already that's piling up there. And I used to have a lot of Red Bull. I still have quite a bit too much Red Bull. I do, drink sugar-free now, and that's been the case for about a year and a half. I also think the whole sugar-free label has did trick my mind into thinking I'm doing better than I was. But the reality is that might be the case, but it's nowhere near what it should be. The caffeine intake is quite high, and my problem is I actually like the taste of Red Bull. So you might see me drinking a Red Bull at 10 p.m. at night, and I guess I don't guess it works against a good sleep pattern. mugs of tea, maybe 1 Red Bull, sugar-free a day. I already think that's quite excessive.
Yeah, it's a lot of caffeine. I mean, what caffeine does is, when you want to sleep, the idea is the brain works all day.
Yeah.
It makes something called adenosine, and as that builds up, you eventually reach a level of adenosine that creates sleep pressure. The receptors for adenosine kick in, and they trigger sleep. Now, what blocks the adenosine buildup is caffeine.
Yep.
Okay, there's caffeine in tea, there's caffeine in Red Bull. So really any tea or coffee or Red Bull after sort of 2 o'clock will mess up your sleep. You will not get this sleep pressure developing. So no wonder you're not tired at 10 o'clock. There is no sleep pressure. It's the adenosine's been held, and now it has to build up by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, then you start to feel tired. Yeah. And then we're missing a massive window. So is that something you could do? Could you ever see yourself not drinking those things after 2 o'clock? That would be a big change, I guess, for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't ready. I'm the type of guy that doesn't start things unless I'm willing to finish it. I don't want to fail. I don't like failing. I just think I'm in the right mind state. I'm in the right time of life, both regarding age. My son, nearly 5, round the corner. So I think, whatever needs to be done, I'm ready to do it at this point. I've lived a life where, pretty much no rules, no restrictions.
Yeah.
I eat what I want, how I want, when I want, and football used to deal with the rest twice a week. Now the reality is that I can't do that, and I've also got some making up to do, realising a bit too late.
Yep.
I've put on the weight, I do have a lot of caffeine in the day, so I'm here to learn, and I'm already learning in the few minutes we've had, and I'm here to change. So whatever it takes, I'm motivated to get it done.
What I found was about 1.5 years ago, I'm a bit thinner than when I saw you last.
Yeah.
I think I was quite similar. I'd get waves of energy dipping in the day, and so I'd take coffee with a biscuit, and I would maybe do it 3 times a day. I went on to our supplement range, which has green tea and guarana. So it's like a matcha combination that gives you a nice steady energy push all day, 0 calorie. Okay, and this I found cut out my need for tea and coffee.
Yeah.
So I just switched to a nice herbal tea, which was 0 calorie, but had a nice flavour to it. And then I wasn't taking the biscuit, I wasn't taking the milk, and all these things are calorific, and they're going to help us to reduce over time. So just over time, we might find we reduce the need for the caffeine rush during the day by just simply supplementation, herbal tea. That might be a good way forward.
I think so. That's a good point. No one dips a malted milk into herbal tea.
You don't put sugar in it.
No, you
don't.
don't.
In it. You can't really dunk in it.
Yeah.
It's just not nice.
Yeah, you're right.
So tea makes this lovely environment which you can throw sugary things into, both solid and dissolvable.
And in this day and age, there's a lot of variations, flavours of tea. So there's definitely one for me.
You'll find one.
Yeah.
You'll definitely find one. Okay, so we can definitely get sleep better. We can change what we drink, because you like your sugary drink on. You use a bit of Coke Zero, you said.
Yeah, with my meals, my late meal, my
That's
dinner.
okay. That's all right.
I always have a Coke Zero. Yeah. Nothing. I haven't found anything to replace that. Even if it's another fizzy drink like a Fanta or a Sprite, it doesn't hit the same for me as Coke Zero. Coke originally, and now Coke Zero.
I mean, again, I think keep some things that you like, even though we might say that an artificial sweeter drink isn't ideal. It doesn't matter. Making other changes that will hopefully make that something you can keep as your treat in the day. We don't have to change that, so I stick with that. I think over time, because you like apple juice.
Yeah, I love apple juice. Yeah.
And I can say that will give you like a sweet boost and a little mind juice as well, because it's got the sugar in it too. But I said maybe get some sparkling water and just dilute that apple juice down by half with sparkling water. You get the fizz, you get the taste, and when you're halfway down through that, again add more sparkling water, then it's a quarter of the strength. And over the weeks you'll find that will also diminish your sweet tooth.
You kind of weans you off it then.
Yeah, you gotta be, when you're changing behaviour, you've got to be smarter than your body. You don't have to be a monk. You just got to be quite clever and sort of trick the body into new ways of thinking. And it will adjust over time as long as you're consistent. I think that's the key. I think don't be too dramatic too soon. And we never changed that way, Turk. We never really changed.
Yeah.
So moving more, I mean, okay, football, that is a shame when you lose something that you love to do and know how to train, exercise for that sport, and it's taken away from you. Yeah, what do you replace it with? So what can we? You got a gym you can go to?
Yeah. So keeping in mind that I knew this meeting was coming for a couple of weeks now, I've re-signed up to David Lloyd's. And I know that's a bougie establishment, but that gives me the option of swimming, which I love.
Okay.
I love swimming nearly as much as I love football in terms of the activity.
Yeah.
So recently I've gone back to swimming once a week with little man, with Zekai, my son. Tennis lessons I'm looking to start soon. I used to do tennis when I was in secondary school, which is a long time ago now, over 20 years. But I enjoy watching tennis. I enjoyed playing tennis, and it's something that can keep you moving without as much stress on your knees as football would. So I've got an idea in mind of how I go about this. I also love boxing. UFC is the brand, but martial arts is something that growing up, my dad's a black belt karate.
Wow,
he knows Wing Chun. He's got he's got a lot of experience in that. So naturally, so do I. Not as much as him, obviously, but now that the knee-ups have come about, I can't even do what I used to like doing, because my favourite form of martial arts, included a bit of wrestling. And wrestling with a leg and a knee that put the wrong way could stop you from doing work for the next couple of months. It's too much of a risk for me to take, so I'm going to go more into the boxing side of things, which is more the upper body, but it's still a fighting sport.
In bag work, it's just a great way
I love it,
to burn calories, to get some of the stress of the day eradicated. So I think it's a great thing to do, and it's not easy to hurt your knees doing that generally. It's fairly linear. And the problem with football is when the knees start to wear. Football is so complex. The knee really isn't designed for football. We're designed to hunt in a straight line. We're not designed to go side to side and swivel and twist. It's not really what we're good at.
True.
So you've got those limitations, but think of things which are linear, straight line, static cycle. A row is very good. Yes, there are lovely gyms, like David Lloyd's a wonderful place to go, but really any gym has that sort of equipment. So I think you can get down to your local gym, local leisure centre. If people are watching want to start off, inexpensive, and lots of really good equipment in those places too. So yes, moving more. We're going to eat a bit less. We're going to, because you probably favoured, given the stress of the world you work in, often takeaway is
it has been
post game.
I don't even think eat less is the issue. I think it's eat better, because for example, today it's nearly 3 o'clock. I haven't eaten today yet.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean? So this is normal for me. It's not, I don't have my first meal until between 1 and 4 p.m. But then sometimes that pushes dinner back, which then kind of gets closer to bedtime, and then that messes up with the sleep pattern. So that hence why it's all in, and hence why I'm motivated to get it done, because only fixing one of these is not going to solve what I want to solve. So
I think eating late is a problem. The body is just not interested in dinner after 8 o'clock, to be honest. It doesn't know what to do with it. It just sits there and just converts it into fat and stores it away, and that's not what you want.
No.
So I think we need a better window for eating.
That funny you said that, because the weight has been, I won't say piling on, it's been slowly coming on over 2 years, but the period where I started losing weight was just by changing the times that I ate between midday and 8 p.m. First meal midday-ish, last meal by 8 p.m. And just that change, without any extra movement, without changing my my drinking habit, just that managed to make a change on the scales at the very least.
I think that window is important. If you could get that back somehow. It's tricky when you finish a game, I imagine, because game ends, chatting after a game, interviews, what have you. Then suddenly it's late and there's a little bit of a dip, and maybe you want to eat something just to keep the day going, to help you drive home, and those things. Those are always difficult times to find something to eat or snack on. Well, I think it's quite good. Do you ever eat
dairy-lamb cookie into a tea, it might go into the tea. It's that far. So yeah, biltong's a good shot. Again, a friend that does martial arts. He's someone that we went to South Africa in the summer, and he was looking for biltong.
Yeah.
You might have wondered, what were you eating this for? But now you say that, and knowing how he does look after himself, it actually makes sense. So that's something I put on the list.
But no one's ever dunked biltong.
Nah, I don't.
Just
Nor do they want to.
It does not work. It does not work. You can't dip it in Red Bull.
Nah.
It doesn't work at all. Okay, so we're going to do our blood tests. We're going to preparing food.
Yep.
If we're looking to eat better, think of the 3 P's. I think so. One is protein, then plants,
Yep.
and then potato and pasta. Okay, in that order. Okay, so always think I'm going to eat the protein first, then the plant bit, and then at the end I might eat something which is white, like potato pasta. The less white, the better. So I'd always focus on that. I would never start a meal with, there's a lot of pasta, I need that for energy. Now always go for the protein first, the plants, and then if we're still hungry, the pasta, potato thing at the end.
Yeah.
And you can prepare food. Ideally, you want to cook once and eat twice.
Okay.
So get into a habit of cooking a decent sized amount of food, and half of it you put away, Tupperware, into your fridge, and that's next day's lunch sorted. And if you put it in a box and take it with you, you will eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You'll get to 11:30 and you'll want to eat it.
Yeah.
But it'll be good food, made the day before, just ideal. So that's a little you can start doing as well, because you're eating a bit less takeaway food than before, aren't you?
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
You're a bit more home-based. So this is going to be the new you, isn't it? We're aiming for a change over the next 6 months. We're going to move more.
Yeah.
You're finding ways to do that.
100%.
We're going to eat cleaner and maybe in a more narrow window.
Yeah.
We're going to drink things with less calorific value and maybe less caffeine intake. And we're going to find a way to make your sleep improved. And hopefully that combination means as the weeks and months go by, you become this super fit Turkish. It just has to be better than last year.
That's it. Fitter, fresher.
That's what we're going for.
In a better place.
Are you motivated to do it?
100%.
You are in the zone that it can.
100%. It's about time. It's about time. I should have started maybe a year ago, but like I said, until I know I'm ready to start, I'm not going to start something. Okay. And now I'm ready to start. Hence why I'm here now.
Yeah. So subtle change. We're going to do your blood work and get you on the optimum day and night range as well to really get that hammering down into the sugar control, better sleep pattern, nice energy without needing caffeine bursts all day. That's what we're going to do. Good. And what are you looking forward to most next year? You want to be fit for your son.
Yeah.
You got big.
I'm fit for myself first and foremost, because then that is for my son.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to feel better with myself, in myself, and about myself first and foremost. And I think everything else, once you feel good within yourself, I think that translates to the people around you. And I just want to be in a better place myself mentally, in terms of getting past this whole, I don't want to be here in 5 years saying, well, 10 years ago I had 2 knee ops and that's why the weight piled on. I want to be here in 5 years not talking about my weight because it's not an issue, not talking about my sleep because it's not an issue, not talking about fizzy drinks or caffeine because it's not an issue. So
it's never too late to make a change for these things. And to me, you sound motivated, like you're in a place to make good changes. I just don't want you to set yourself up for failure. Let's just do what's achievable, subtle changes, consistency, and we will get there. I think. I'm looking forward to the journey.
So am I.
Okay,
so am I. Pleasure.
Cheers, mate. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks to Turkish. We'll do some blood tests. Let's see if we can make him healthier in terms of his diet, exercise, sleep, and overall happiness. And some supplementation too could make a big difference for him, I feel. We'll get back to you when we've done his blood tests and seen hopefully his transformation on his own health drive in the next few months. Please like and subscribe and watch out for the next episode of The Health Drive.